So I got the Moonlander keyboard, blank keycaps, and the dark layout. But it's RGB compatible, so you have all kinds of background lights going on. I am super, super happy with it. I'm so happy with it that I would say that it renewed my interest in coding. So the build is very high quality. It feels good to use. I got the Cherry MX Brown key switches. The Cherry MX Brown key switches are very popular. Many people use them, and doesn't feel too heavy, doesn't feel too light. It feels just right. They are not very loud. They are not very silent. They are somewhere in the middle, I would say. The platform is this metal thing here. It's quite heavy. It makes it quite heavy to carry in a suitcase or backpack. I mean, it's not several kilograms heavy, but it's significantly more heavy than the keyboard itself. You need it so much that I wouldn't bother buying the Moonlander without the platform. That's how much you need it. It's a necessity. The only downside I see of this whole thing is that for me personally, it's quite expensive. Now the layout, the default layout is so bad, don't even bother using it in the first place. I think you need to change it immediately to what makes sense to you. Now this is where it gets a little tricky, because everybody has his own taste and his own preferences for how to use a keyboard. So I will show you mine now. So this is my keyboard layout. The layer 0 is pretty much just what you need every day right away. Layer 1 is a numpad here. You got the numbers. So you hold down the key to use the first layer. For me, it's this one here. I hold this key down, and then I can use layer 1. So then I can type all the numbers, /, /, and so on. Or I hold down this key here. This also makes layer 1 available. So then I can use all the brackets and the percentage sign, the $sign, and so on. The F row I barely need at all. I just need F2 and F4 for some things, I think. But besides that, for programming, I never need it. It's just some system keys, I think. Layer 2 is different, multiple stuff. So it's Vim navigation. So when I hold down this key here, I hold this one down, then I get access to layer 2. So I can, when I'm in Microsoft Word, in Outlook, or in the browser typing something, I can use these keys. So I get Vim-like navigation. So this is an overview of my layout. And what I like the most, actually, the biggest surprise for me was, you can see it here. I don't have a key here. So Control for me is here, left control and right control. So I hold it down, and then I got the control key. And this does not seem like much. It's just one key to the side, top right, from the usual control key. But I get used to it so quickly, so it intuitively makes so much sense to use it here. So this was kind of the biggest surprise for me. And also a good decision right from the start was to use the Alt keys here and here. And at first I thought these red switches here might be hard to use. At first I was a little annoyed. I thought, oh wow, damn, I can't get used to this. But a few days later, it felt like second nature. So this here is not as hard to click as some people online claim, in my opinion. These keys here also I never ever use. So I'm super, super happy with the layout. Another hint, the reset button here. You go save to my keyboard, and then a little dialog opens that you need to reset the keyboard you got. And then you can connect it to the software in the browser here. And then you flash this layout you got here, you flash it onto your physical keyboard. So I could go to whatever other machine and use the layout I got on the keyboard here. This is super, super cool. So don't bother with the default layout. Find online how other people do it. I also searched for the keyboard config of the Primergen. There was a cool orientation. Quite a few people do is they use this key here as escape key. And that also felt intuitively right. I couldn't imagine using this key here as escape key again. From now on, it will forever be this key. This is my escape key. And don't overthink it too much. Just try some stuff and see if you can get used to it. And if not, you can just change it, flash it onto your keyboard, and there you go again. It does not take that long to learn to type with the thumb cluster and to type with layers. So the thumb cluster is this one here and this one here. You get used to it very quickly, I think. The red keys of the thumb cluster are not that hard to reach. That's what I already said. My recommendation is that you practice typing every morning. So I just opened some news article in my browser and I just typed away. I copied what is in those news articles. And I did this for 30 to 60 minutes each morning. I drank a coffee and I just typed away. Every word I typed wrong, I deleted and I typed it again. And I did this again and again and again as long as I typed it out wrong. Because that way you get used to it more quickly. Do not take shortcuts. Don't skip anything, type everything you read in that article. That was very annoying, but that way I got used to the keyboard. In a few days, in just 3 or 4 days, I felt okay with it. And in just a matter of a week, I felt so comfortable with it that it didn't bother me anymore, that I had a new keyboard layout. The only negative things are it's quite expensive, I think. And the upper row of keys, the function keys, are quite hard to reach. Though I got used to not needing them anyway, because the F row is not interesting to me. So I absolutely recommend the Moonlander. And now I also got long video footage of how I mounted the platform, and I did the whole unboxing thing. So if you're interested in that, keep watching the video.